especially with the English and Spanish, being able to combine both languages. I grew up in Miami. It's a town where you grow up speaking Spanglish. I've always said, I don't speak perfect English, I don't speak perfect Spanish.
You say Spanglish?
I say Spanglish, yeah. I speak Spanglish. And the music can be so different, but for me it's been great to be able to combine both languages on my latest albums, which therefore you're gonna find so many different styles of music.
Not many artists will make an album that's partially in English and partially in another language, particularly Spanish. What gave you kind of the guts to start doing albums like that?
Years ago, I wanted to do it. The record company, I'm with Universal, but have in mind that I'm with two different labels. One label just most of the time does music in Spanish, and the other one does more, only releases most of the time music in English. I don't think they were ready for it, and it came a point back in 2009 where I just told them, look, this is part of my culture, it's part of who I am, and I think it's time. I think in the US, you're able to release an album that has both English and Spanish, because it's become such a big part of American culture. So many people, you go to, Miami, Chicago, LA, the big cities, a lot of people speak Spanish.
So, and do you think people who don't speak Spanish at this point, or people who don't speak English, are willing to listen to music in other languages by now?
That's a good question. I think they are. I actually think they are. And it's a way to be able to introduce them to another style. And that doesn't necessarily mean that the song sonically is going to sound completely different. But lyrically, obviously, when you write a song, I honestly believe that some songs were just meant to be sang in Spanish and some songs were just meant to be sang in English. And to translate from English to Spanish is not the easiest thing, and definitely not from Spanish to English. That can be even more difficult.
Sounds tortured when you...
It depends. The torture part comes when you try it and it doesn't work, and you're pushing it and you just know in your gut that it's not right.